You like movies about gladiators?
All rise, order in the court. It is time. And hello.
Hey,
and
Creed.
welcome. And Creed has been kicked off of Facebook for 2 days. I just found that
Yeah,
out.
baby.
2 years ago, I believe it was, something to do with Hurricane Ida that I posted as Credence and Mikey, or Credence and Bishop at the time, 2 years ago. Best part is I go to send a message back to you because you send me over the link, and I do that. And the messenger tells me that I'm blocked as well. So I go down and I hit the thing, and I want to show you what it pulls up. Now it's different. It's different on my phone.
The real bad boys of the internet.
Yeah. Well, get ready for this one. You can't send messages for 3 days. Something you sent in chat went against our community standards. Now, the block though is on Facebook for sending. I mean, I pulled it up. Like, here's the thing. It says,
that's so great.
We'll get to court in just a moment. We're having court with so the thing came up, that your account's restricted.
Oh yeah, old blacklisted on the red line.
Before, haven't you? It's my second one. And let me see. Back in October of 2022, I shared something. Hurricane Ida, the day after update to the page. And today's was you shared this as Credence and Mikey again 2 years ago. So that is a restriction for 2 days, it says.
What did you share 2 years ago? Do you even know?
It must have been that we were live doing the hurricane thing. That's the only thing, because we used to share a lot to Facebook back then.
Do you think maybe you were saying like you were on the side of the hurricane or something? Man, come on.
I can't. So this one in when I pull up Messenger, and where you had sent me this link, and it says something you sent in chat when it went against our community standards, and it pulls up this page, Mikey, to that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I read through this and I'm like, oh, okay.
My goodness.
Wow. But now if I pull it up on the computer, it takes me to the proper page where it shows, like I don't know. So that's fun. Thanks, Facebook.
Classic Facebook. Look, we're in trouble on the YouTubes. We're in trouble on Facebook.
You've had a bunch of the Facebook stuff for like NASCAR stuff and
or watch my grandson wrestle with his dad and saying whoop his ass, and next thing you know, I'm a hate crimer.
Unreal. Viscount thought that we didn't know how to say Cooper's name right. Said that I screw it up all the time.
Yes, yes, it happens. I don't know that. I try to get Creed straightened out, but just isn't working. It's just life here on the YouTubes, like sands through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives on this frickin' YouTube.
If it ain't YouTube coming after us, it's Facebook who put the hammer down quite a while ago, and that's why all of you lovely folks like her over on Facebook, we're not ignoring you. Nope. It's just that Facebook took away our stuff for no reason at all.
I'm just glad we're still able to put videos up over there and go live over there, because it seems like we're just committing the most egregious crimes of all time every time we go live over there.
So we have a friend of ours that actually is on many different platforms, and he's actually extremely controversial with in attempts to be on every way possible. So I can't imagine how bad it must be, because we don't do anything really to ever violate any terms of services and shit, and we get what we get. So I can't imagine if you literally were putting yourself out there,
really,
and saying,
trying to
shit, how that would actually. Claire, I don't know. I don't know. But then again, Facebook is very odd. I had one from 7 years. One time I had a video taken down from 7 years ago. I was at the flea market selling, and I was taking a video of everything that I was selling. It in the background, just slightly, just a tiny bit. You could hear a song, and it got taken down for that. 7 years it was up on Facebook.
That's what you get, Creed.
7 years.
How dare you, Gary? Good to see you.
Anyways. So that's that. It is time for court. So I wanted to let you know too, so that if anybody messes.
I'm glad you let me know, because I'll be like, damn, Creed's just cold-hearted.
You ain't even getting back at me or nothing. Flush, thank you. 5 Bones. Get in trouble for Facebook chat. Eliminates me from culpability. That's true. You've been banned permanently, have you not?
Look, man, if it wasn't for us staying in trouble with YouTube, Facebook, and other YouTubers, I don't think we would have anything going on. It would be just too mundane, just too easy.
Oh, Raven. No, there's nothing.
I made an account over there, and it just like
there's no. We're not in that. Rumble may try and say that they are for everybody, but that is a very niche. To me, in ways, I feel as if it's a very niche platform. And on top of that. These same people that I was just talking about a second ago signed a deal with them that really, really screwed them royally, by the way, which is kind of
so it was a Royal Rumble deal.
It was yeah. It would be along those lines easily.
Yes. What's wrong with that? And before anybody hears, we have no problems with nobody across the YouTubes, because we don't give a shit about nobody on the YouTubes, but you guys.
Twisted Sifter, thank you. And Gary right behind you. With
look at that.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah. We were just talking there before we went live. Leave it alone, my friend. Leave it alone.
Let it be.
It's not gonna end well.
No,
it's not gonna. Now 20-something year olds or 20-something years ago, or however long ago it was, when we were 15 years ago, I don't know, when we were doing radio,
I just
maybe then we thought, yeah, that'd be a good idea, but
Daddy don't have time for that,
yeah.
Speaking of daddies, we got a case coming up where I know one thing: fight me.
You want to fight me, bro?
Slap fight, YouTube edition. So I know Creed loves. He tells me off the air all the time, Mikey, please find a case with interpreters. I love interpreters. There's nothing gets me going more than a interpreted case.
Yes,
but luckily, Creed, this does have an interpreter, but it's one of the times where we don't hear the interpreter. She's just interpreting for the people. So it's not in our ears. It's only in the ears of the person that needs the interpreting, so to say. But
gotcha.
It's this is a situation of affair, an illicit affair that maybe, just maybe, has turned to stalking.
Okay. Well, let's jump into it. And
Judge Woke on the bench, by the way.
Yeah, well, we already know who won.
If I could get a thumbs up.
Creed, what happened right there?
That seems like an issue, no?
Well, I would say so. Yeah, I would definitely say that would be an issue. Why did it become unavailable? It has been removed for inappropriate content.
Today's a great day.
That fast. Inappropriate content. What would be inappropriate content within? Because it's two women, YouTube? Is that what we're saying? Are you telling me because two women's are engaged in a love that speaks not its name that you're going to remove it? That's all right. That's okay, Creed. Because what we'll do is quite simple.
See ya.
What we're going to do is this. I can't believe this, you mother effers. Creed, keep talking to these people for a second.
All right.
Let me see something.
Well, since everybody asked, lots of talks about that.
About what? NASCAR? Oh, look, she is deservedly so upset. Okay. I would say, yeah, she has a reason to be upset. So do we, matter of fact. But you know what? It's okay.
Listen, we have enough common sense that we've done what, 2 of her videos maybe at some point. If that, she has always been very outspoken and does not like people using her.
Yeah. And she says don't use our stuff, then that's it. Yeah, like
you don't go after a judge. You don't mess with the court. You let it be.
You let it be.
And if a judge goes after you and says anything about it,
and then your tears fall down like rain,
you move on to any of the others and continue doing what you do.
Because, so, Creed, yeah, because guess what? There's tons of other channels. Tons of other stuff to do.
Raven, that has nothing to do with that.
No.
That is a very political platform where a lot of people run and hide that have been struck down from YouTube for actually doing things.
Probably they shouldn't be.
Not like this. Again, this is kind of bullshit.
Is that what it says? Now it's bullying and harassment?
Yeah, so it says harassment and bullying. That's what that is. Yeah. That's what it says when I just pull it up. But Raven, it's just do you go on that platform and see anywhere on there anybody doing, like, I don't know, car chases or anything even close to what we do on any of our channels? You don't. It seems like that is it doesn't have anything to do with anybody's political affiliations or what they give a shit about politically. That is a whole different platform. It would be, there's just nothing over there for us. And the people that are on there are not seeking out a couple of morons watching court and or watching live chases or gambling. So
we're trying to have too much of a good time.
That's what it is about that. And I'm sorry if you offended by that, but that platform is not just, I mean, it's the same thing as us going over to Twitter or Twitch. I mean, Twitch, again, that's video games, hot tub streams. Again, a lot of that stuff just doesn't fit in there. That's all.
Yeah. All right. These bad boys are going to give this a try. And if this doesn't work, then, well, we'll see you tomorrow. But this has just happened. Rewound it. We've seen these 2 people before that came in and had this man's harassment granted against this woman right here. But they're back now, and they want it to keep on keeping on. So let's jump into that.
There we go. Now this case had been, this is case number 23-135. All right. This case resulted in the issuance of a anti-harassment order on May 22nd.
Let's do that.
At that time, the petitioner.
Sorry, today's gonna be a shit show no matter what. Wonder Twin Double B's, thank you.
It's off to such a great start. Don't forget, later on today, we got a chase. It's gonna have its members only, so make sure you're there for that, so we can get told how bad we are.
We hope, anyways, until StreamYard
was present. And apparently, the respondent was not.
Hey, Stephen.
Later on June 2nd, looks like there was a request that the default be set aside, and it looks like that order was granted by Judge Pro Tem Hoffman.
Good old Judge Hoffman. It's a nice office he's got there. Got a couch.
according to Judge Pro Tem Hoffman's order, that there was some confusion about the court date and the requirement to appear. And so he ordered, he ordered a full, the matter be heard on the merits, basically. But
this was the lady that claimed that she had got the wrong date, and it was a whole big stink made about the wrong date. But they went ahead and did it anyways.
The temporary order would remain in effect until today, and that sort of brings us up to where we are now. Okay. All right. So are both the parties ready to proceed?
Yes.
He puts bread in.
Okay.
Yes, that's when they bring the hot breadsticks over.
Yeah, takes
for his lunch. He lives large. I'm not gonna lie. He lives the good life.
Speaking of which, we had Olive Garden yesterday. They had a nice meal. Surprise!
Did you feel like you were family when you were there?
I did. Until we got sat at a table
next to a crime baby
with the light bulb out, and the waitress looked at us like crazy. I mean, it was dark because it's already a bit dark. It's like accent lighting in there. You know what I mean? It's a pretty dark room with some, it was super dark. My parents can't see the damn menu, so they've got, the phones out with the things on there. And the waitress, she goes, I can't physically move you to another table. I'll have to go get a manager. And I said, if you,
no, she doesn't have the kind of authority, Creed.
Only table, but that was our only complaint. I had a great meal though. I had something carbonara.
Anything carbonara is delicious,
right?
Yeah, this lady has very large bosoms.
You ready to go? Okay, thank you. And what I'm going to do here in just a minute is I'm going to swear you both in. I'll let Mr. Freeland go first. Then after I've heard from him, I'll let Miss Joyce tell her side of it and make a decision on whether the order continues past today. I'm going to ask you to both keep in mind that any material, written statements, anything else that you've submitted as part of this case is already part of the record of the case, and I've seen it and read it. So it's not necessary for you to fully repeat everything that you filed in the case. You can just summarize it or refer me to specific sections of it if you want to emphasize those. Okay. So can I have both of you raise your right hands? And do you both swear that the testimony that you give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Freeland, you get to go first. Go right ahead, sir.
So I wanted to point out I was not properly served for this hearing. In her numerous attempts to contact me first before even filing this with this court, she attempted to have her partner or whoever she lives with, who was previously told not to come on the property, had that person trespass over 6 different times in an attempt to serve legal documents, which the police even pointed out were not valid. And as seen in the evidence I have submitted before this hearing, the emails from the county court clerks actually prove that that is true, that those were not valid documents. And so he did not have a right to be on the property. Other than that, as far as
if he wasn't home to be served, how do you know that this person came on his property 6 times?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm sorry, us in the chat, we're just focused on.
She needs one. She has one. This lady that thing is built to last.
No, good point. What are we just seeing it on the ring? Like that.
Again, and he knows that's what they were there for. Yeah. Evidence.
As her attempting to serve me by mail, I have seen no request for service by mail submitted to the court and filed in evidence. So I'm unsure if that was even allowed. Regardless of that, the proof of service for the mailing receipts indicates that not all the required documents were served to me. In addition to that, the next time she served me after that, or attempted to, was with another family member, which they have all been told they are not welcome on this property multiple times. And that is missing pages in the filing here. So there is no proof of service here that she has provided today that indicates I was properly served. In addition to this, she has submitted zero evidence to this court and has made numerous claims in order to get a continuance. The first time that she was told the wrong date. In my evidence I've submitted, as well as the audio recording of the initial hearing, that is completely false. At no point was the date that she mentioned ever even spoken of during that first hearing. And in addition to that, the judge said 7 different times when it would be held.
7 times. 7. Real quick though, are you allowed to just have like family members serve people? I mean, don't you have to hire somebody?
We talked about that one time, about the serving process.
Self-service?
Is there even a reason to go through all of this? Is there something I'm missing at this point?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what, because if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that's trying to get it continued. Is he trying to say she tried to serve him on one as well while we were gone? In the meantime?
Maybe some retaliation.
He doesn't seem like a lot of fun, by the way.
Oh, no, not at all.
Greg is very monotone.
Except he brings hot bread in a basket.
I mean, it does seem nice.
She seemed to have enough time during that court hearing to interrupt the judge in order to give her own opinions, but for some reason she was unable to figure out the date there. That seems highly unlikely to me, but it does seem to me that she's committed perjury in order to get this hearing.
I don't know, but I'm glad she censored it for us.
I've submitted numerous things in my new evidence, including the fact that she lied multiple times now about when she was initially served. First, during the initial hearing, she was corrected by the judge immediately when she was incorrect about when she was served. And now on this latest filing, she
is balling up her fist in anger right now.
Yeah.
She is so mad. The person beside her is trying to calm her down. Woo, when she gets her turn to talk, I hope she remains calm.
Has chosen to submit false information again about when she was served, as proven by not only the photograph, the email, but the affidavit from the process server that I use. She has essentially submitted false information here and used multiple attempts to serve documents
Thank you, Kim.
in order to harass me again.
Appreciate it, Kim.
There is nothing she has submitted here that gives any reason or just cause to negate this order and to strike it down. Everything she has to offer here today would be hearsay at this point, whereas I have submitted numerous forms of evidence showing that she has potentially committed perjury in order to get this hearing and has not properly served me at all.
I mean, why are you here then? He's very confusing with his rhetoric. Maybe he, it seems like maybe he thinks she's trying to take one out on him now, or she wants it taken down or whatever. But obviously he wants it to continue on. It needs to keep pushing forward because he's in fear.
I look forward to hearing her part of this.
I think they're neighbors, by the way, if I remember correctly.
Well, she ain't getting no more hot baked bread in a basket.
No more. No more.
And in addition, I wanted to point out, even her service by mail, even if that was allowed by the court,
secret agent.
She submitted a proof of service for it, but that was never actually received at this address as proven by the tracking information I provided. So there is a plethora of false information coming from her side in order to get this hearing today.
Hi, Paul.
And I'm requesting that this be denied and the order remain in place, and if possible, extended for this. I believe she needs to face charges for lying to the courts in order to drag me here again.
Wow.
With absolutely zero evidence.
All right, Miss Joyce,
Plethora.
you can tell me your.
All right, she's ready to go. Look at her face, bud. She's
Oh boy.
She's far from calm, Creed. I don't think.
She's ready.
She needs to slow down, let the judge hear it. She's got it.
She's ready.
You got it.
Side of it. And before you start, I'm going to tell you, you don't need to address the issues of whether this case should be here for a hearing. That decision was already made based on the pleadings by Judge Pro Tem Hoffman. So we are here to address the merits of it, and there's no need to.
Just for a second. It's been a while since we've been over to Licking, and I just.
Oh my God!
First of all, I think we got a new camera.
That is new. It looks nice.
We've also
Either
got
that or did they repanel the courtroom?
Yeah, there's things that are different over here, including.
Oh, that stash, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had popped on that and
buy one, get one free mustache rides.
It's really go back to the beard.
That mustache, son. Is he
work? You see that Amish dude?
Is he working on like Wyatt Earp? Is he gonna be in Tombstone the musical? I mean, what is going on with that, man? What is going on?
He's in Judge George's courtroom. Is that why? Seriously,
Oh.
Leonard Lashes, if that's the case, that's why it's throwing us off. Then it's not just the stash.
Oh my goodness!
All right, that makes sense. It just everything there did not look.
Yeah, it looks so much
right.
nicer.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, guys. He did. He looked great with a beard. There was nothing but well, God. All right.
Okay, let's get this done with, and then we'll come over here.
We'll just be watching Licking all day. Sorry.
That's
not making a decision here as to whether or not Judge Pro Tem Hoffman made the right decision. The decision I'm making is whether the order remains in place or not. So, Ms. Joyce, go right ahead.
Cool. You can give him his order, and you can give me an order against him as well. Okay, that's what I want, and that's what should be happening, because he's falsely accusing me of all these things when I have paperwork and emails from all of the people that work there of all of my stuff. And why would I write down May 30th if the judge didn't tell me May 30th? Okay.
We're still talking about
But
that.
I don't care. Give him his order, keep his order. I have a 12-foot fence or however big it is, so he can stay on his side. He can live his life, continue wearing dresses. I don't give a shit.
I didn't see that coming.
Whoa,
They are neighbors, and confirmed he dresses up as Little Red Riding Hood and delivers the hot bread in the wicker basket.
There's nothing wrong with dressing as a woman, but wow, I didn't expect that to come out. 12-footer, baby. 12-footer.
Him as well. Okay, that's what I want, and that's what should be happening, because he's falsely accusing me of all these things when I have paperwork and emails from all of the people that work there of all of my stuff. And why would I write down May 30th if the judge didn't tell me May 30th? Okay, but I don't care. Give him his order, keep his order. I have a 12-foot fence or however big it is, so he can stay on his side.
It's a 12 or not.
Life, continue wearing dresses. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm so mad that he thinks that he can get away with all this stuff. I'm sorry. I'm so mad that he's sitting here saying that I'm a liar. I'm not a liar.
Yeah, she's just kind of
give a shit.
She's just going off on him, going off about things, not really how you handle it in court.
No, 12-foot fence. That is huge.
It might not be 12 foot. She said it like 5 times and went back, or however large it is. Anyways, the blurred out document that she showed us in the beginning, she wrote May 30th on it.
I mean, she wrote it there, so it has to be true.
Right.
Judge is full of shit.
Joyce, I want you to stop right there and take a breath. All right, I see where this is going. And this is what I'm going to do. I am going to leave the order in place as issued by Judge Pro Tem Laconin. And then Ms. Joyce, to address the issue that you brought up, which is that you want an order to protect you from Mr. Freeland, that you can petition the court for that order. I can't just make it up at this point. You can file a petition for an anti-harassment order of your own.
I did. I absolutely did.
She's not a liar. She says she did it. She did it.
This man has been harassing me and my family ever since he moved in. He's had my bike stolen out of my yard.
He hired someone to steal the bike out of her yard?
He had it stolen? Are there people you hire for that? Mikey, going back, I think you're absolutely right. That was the deal, is that she was trying to get one. He was trying to get one, and that's why he started out the way that he did.
Yeah, like, look here, honey. Get nothing on me. What about I hope he comes out dressed up as her. If he allegedly dresses as a woman, he comes out one day just dressed as her, just to get her goat.
Yeah, somebody hired. He hired somebody.
The bike assassin. The bikes.
But like I said,
this man has been harassing me.
Would you like to see her ride a bike? I would.
Well, good point. I have a feeling it's other family members' bikes. She's just going to throw stuff at the wall and hope that it sticks with zero evidence.
Yeah, I think the judge is about to go ahead and wipe his butt with this one.
Yeah, he cut that down pretty quick, didn't he?
Yeah, he's like, look here, I see where this is going.
Yeah,
this
is done.
I need know why you don't have it.
Do you have a case number for your petition?
Oh, good question, Judge. Good question.
I hope she doesn't. That'd be very funny.
She's not a liar, Creed. Come on now.
That's right. She did state that.
I guess not. I guess they gave me the same case number. I guess they didn't. That's not what they gave me.
No.
Yeah, this case number is Mr. Freeland's petition, and if you want a petition, you need to draft one and file it for your own case, which you're free to do. You can do that at any time.
I will. I most certainly will. So we can miss.
Okay, then my ruling.
His eyebrows are on point before he lays down this rule. Look at those eyebrows. They are beautifully arched. Very nice eyebrows. Yeah, very nice.
She's just mad, Lola.
Oh, she's so upset.
On the issue before the court today is that the order as previously issued will remain in effect.
I have a question though. Could you ask him a question for me? Because
Miss Joyce,
I need
Miss Joyce, maybe, but you gotta let me finish and not interrupt me. All right.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
Is there another context where interrupting people who are in the middle of performing their jobs works?
Oh shit! The judge just slapping her with that one. He took out his memory and he said, "Baya," hit her with it. Wow. Damn, Judge, ruthless.
No different in court.
No,
you simply can't do it. Okay. So the order will remain in effect. I don't see any reason to overturn the prior order, and it's being issued without objection. And it's going to remain on the same terms and conditions as it was originally issued, and that addresses the petitioner's request that it be extended. There isn't any basis for that.
Cool.
But I'll remind you, Mr. Freeland, that under the law, you've got the right to petition.
Like an angry girlfriend. Me and you're going to have to take a break. I just can't put up with you anymore. You're constantly bothering me. You constantly give me a bunch of stuff. What do you got to say? Cool. Whatever. Cool.
To extend or renew the order. And that's a process that you can do as the order is about to expire. And I'll just refer you to RCW 7.105 to decide when or if you want to do that. Now, Ms. Joyce, your question.
I need you to ask him how he got my name, my last name, and my boyfriend's name, because I think he did it fraudulently. I think he did it.
That.
Why not?
That's not the proper role of the court. I'm sorry.
how do you get something fraudulently?
Well,
did he commit fraud to get it? Like he dressed as her, like I said.
Hang on just a second. Let's just see this guy. Maybe he, maybe he was in a dress and maybe he's in a dress and went through her mailbox. I don't know.
Mailman, I'm over here.
Sorry.
Okay, so he can have. Okay, all right.
Oh,
He did it fraudulently. Went through my mailbox.
There you go.
He was in her box.
He's harassing me. He's taking video of me and my children. Who's harassing who? From day one. I'm gonna file.
Ms. Joyce, I'm gonna end the hearing here today.
Cool.
You can file if you choose to do so.
Oh, that's just out. Boy,
That'll end.
She's outie. She's dead.
He looks pretty damn good in this case, actually.
Oh yeah, I could care less about what you do in your bedroom. That is one of the things I will never give anybody grief about. You do you, and whoever else you want. So that's it for this case, Creed. If you want to jump over there and see what the old Stansberry's doing.
A little licking? Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll jump on out of here and try to regroup and have a better Monday.
His cotton candy hair does really make him look good.
He's a beaut. No doubt about that.
The beard hair combo. He should have dyed the beard.
All right, Mr. Dyer, having accepted your plea of guilty, I'll enter a conviction onto the record, impose a fine of $150, order to pay the court costs, sent you to serve 2 days in the county jail, and I'll give you credit for time served. So you're not on probation, but you do have to pay your fines and costs, otherwise we'll take further action. So do you have any questions?
Time served, that's already covered, and I have a $250 fine, is that correct?
150 plus costs, I'll tell you how much it is total down there.
Okay.
Any other questions today?
No, sir, thank you.
Then you may go with the officer. Thank you, Mr. Dyer.
I'd love to have heard what Mr. Dyer did.
Next, we have Leslie Freeman. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Freeman?
That's Leslie?
Yes, sir, I am. How are you?
I'm doing well today. Thank you, Mr. Freeman. You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
Did they give you a copy of the complaint?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to read it?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand what it is you've been charged with?
Yes, sir, I do.
Looks like the Newark police are alleging that on or about July the 9th, 2023, within Newark, Licking County, Ohio, that you, while voluntarily intoxicated, engaged in conduct or created a condition that presented a risk of physical harm to yourself or to another, or to the property of another, in the presence of a law enforcement officer. There's a lot of elements there. Anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying disorderly conduct as a 4th-degree misdemeanor. It's up to 30 days, up to a $250 fine. How do you want to plead?
Is it 30 days?
That's the maximum possible penalty. There's no mandatory penalties for this offense.
Oh, okay. No contest, sir. I'm sorry. No contest.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm not trying to get you to change your mind about what you're doing, but I do have to make sure you're doing it of your own free will. So you realize, of course, that no contest plea is not an admission of guilt. Can't even be used.
Does he have a whole
in any further
million-watt LED bulb?
But you're admitting that what they say happened is true, and of course, what they say happened is contained in the police narrative report, which I'll read if I accept your plea. And if those facts support the charge of disorderly conduct as filed here, I'm going to find you guilty. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that 100%.
Okay, now you have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you couldn't afford one, you are eligible to ask the court to appoint one to represent you for free, and we will do that if you were to qualify based on your income and your expenses. However, you're not required to have an attorney. Was it your intention today to go ahead and give up your right to a lawyer? If you want a lawyer, that's fine. I'll go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, but it has to be your choice.
I just want to
get out, Your Honor.
No, I don't. I know what to do here, honestly.
If you're not sure how you want to proceed, I'm going to go ahead and enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and then between now and the next time you come back to court, you can decide how you want to resolve the matter. If it's going to be with the trial, and if you want a lawyer to represent you, you need to get your application filled out and turned in well before the next court hearing. If you know all along, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to go in there and plead guilty or no contest, I don't need a lawyer, then just make sure you show up for your next court date, which will be sent to you by mail. What is your address?
My address is 1531 Crystal Court, Apartment D in Newark, Ohio, 43055.
You just never lose it,
baby. What apartment
was it?
Never
lose it.
Apartment D as in dog. Yes,
Okay.
D is in dog.
And that's here in Newark?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Out close to, it's out close to Crystal Lake.
Gotcha.
That's where I go buy my crystal.
Okay.
Where young Jason Voorhees drowned all those years ago? I could see him being killed by Jason.
So just out of curiosity, where were you before you ran into the police over there by Family Video?
Family Video?
On my way home.
Well, you're going to be released on your own recognizance, notified by mail the next court date. Do you have any other questions today?
No, sir, I don't.
All right, Mr. Freeman, you may go with the officer then. Thank you.
All
David
right.
Kiger.
All right, last guy. We'll watch him and then we'll go. Unless Stu comes out.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Kiger?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Kiger, did you get a copy of the 2 complaints that were filed against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get a chance to read those, understand what it is you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
All right. So there's 2 counts, as I mentioned. It would appear that in the first count, the Heath Police Department are alleging that on or about July the 7th, within that city and in Lincoln County, Ohio, that you, without privilege to do so, recklessly entered or remained on the land or premises of another, as to which notice against unauthorized access or presence is given by actual communication to the offender. So that is a misdemeanor of the 4th degree, and it carries up to 30 days in jail and up to a $250 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second count, and if I didn't say it, it's called criminal trespass. The second count, they allege that while you were voluntarily intoxicated in a public place or in the presence of 2 or more persons,
Voluntarily.
that you engaged in conduct likely to be offensive or to cause inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm to persons of ordinary sensibilities, which conduct you, had you not been intoxicated, should have known was likely to have that effect on others after being asked to stop. Now, that's disorderly conduct, intoxicated, persisting. That's also a 4th degree misdemeanor with the same maximum possible penalty. So, do you understand what the charges are?
Yes, sir.
And how do you wish to plead?
Guilty to the,
Go on. By the way, don't look up.
guilty to disorderly conduct and
Don't
no
look up
contest to the criminal
Family
trespass.
Video
Now, before I can accept
Licking,
your pleas, I need to go over
Ohio.
some things which I'm not.
You will
trying
not
to
like
get you
what
to
you
mind
get.
about what you're doing, but I do have to make sure you're doing it.
Just letting
well.
everybody know.
You realize, of course, that you are presumed to be not guilty, correct?
I mean, it can still be open,
Yes.
right?
In our system, it's the state's.
I
burden
don't
to
know,
prove guilty
but what
on
I got
reasonable doubt,
was
and that would be
pretty rough.
A pretty high bar. Now, you have the right to be represented by an attorney, and if you couldn't afford one and you qualified, we would give you an attorney for free.
Boy.
Was it your intention to waive that right today?
Yes,
And when I say waive that right, I mean give up your right to a lawyer, correct?
yes, yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, even with or without a lawyer, you have a right to a trial with a judge or a jury. You have a right to cross-examine your accusers. You have a right to subpoena your own witnesses to compel their attendance at trial. And you have a right not to testify at your trial. And if you didn't, it wouldn't be counted against you and nobody could force you to anyway. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, plead no contest does not admit guilt, but it admits the truth of the facts that have been alleged. So I'll read through the police narrative report or any witness statements that are in here. And if at any time it says he was told he needed to leave and didn't, that would result in me entering a guilty finding. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. As far as the guilty plea itself, that's a complete admission of guilt. So it's, when it comes to the disorderly, the state no longer has to prove anything on either of the charges. You give up the right to a trial and the other rights that I've just discussed. Understand?
Yes, I was at BW3's having some wings. I was asked to leave. I did so. I was outside. Then the police came, and then they had started.
right?
The people at BW started. We started arguing. I got arrested. I was in the process of leaving. I was outside of the restaurant.
Okay. Well, again, I'm going to look through this, and if it's there, I'll enter a guilty finding. If it's not, I'll enter a not guilty finding.
At the beat down.
Now, have you been threatened in it? And we'll go ahead and wrap things up. I'll impose sentence today if I accept your pleas and enter any convictions. Have you been threatened in any way or promised anything to get you to do what you're doing?
No, sir.
Under the influence of anything right now?
No, sir.
And are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let
Now
me take a
we
quick
know
look here at
what
the.
they're doing there. It's nice to see some licking. I wanted to see Sue though before we left, but
Well, you can't always get what we want, Creed.
that's right.
Just like that video we were going to watch today.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was harassment and bullying.
It's an odd one. The 2 days to Freedom Train. Flush a thank you, Twisted Sifter, Gary, and Wonder Twins Double D. Appreciate you guys.
Oh,
I saw a video on that, actually. And I don't remember.
I'm going to say it.
But initially it was something.
Was it World's Most Dangerous Chat?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know what is going on. What a great start to the Monday. Let's hope it does not continue this way.
YouTube knew that this crowd was going to bully some people, and they said, look, man, preemptive strike. I love it.
It's true. He's got a lot of different looks, and then he throws himself into a different courtroom and really screws us.
Yeah, he's really got like a really good Ronnie stash going.
He's like a turtle now.
Beef on Weck, yes, please.
Wicked good.
Well, see everybody at 4.
All right, guys. You guys make sure you're there because we got some fun stuff. Don't forget, we got members only for We Gotta Chase channel tonight. So you don't want to miss that. Stay safe, stay hard, stay tuned. Because we're going to stay in trouble, baby.
I just wanted to say so.
By the way, Theo Vaughn got a strike. He can't put up any videos for a week.
Oh, that sucks.
All because him and Roseanne were on talking about Hollywood. Sorry, Theo.